What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth. So DJ Akademiks went on Andrew Schulz Flagrant 2 podcast. The episode was about 5 hours long, so if you have the time to sit for 5 hours, definitely go check it out. Honestly, personally, probably take me about 2 days to get through. But of course, the first topic that they had to dive into was Joe Budden. This comes at no surprise. Akademiks is very cool with Joe Budden. Andrew Schulz is the total opposite. So when the topic of Joe Budden came up, here's some of the things Andrew Schulz said about Joe Budden.
Oh, Joe Budden! Don't do it! Don't do it! I love Joe Budden, bro. I think he got a cute little Patreon. It's cute. You know what I mean? His Patreon's cute. He got a cute little Patreon, bro. I'm just saying, release the numbers. He got a cute little Patreon. I usually don't talk about people I've passed. So you brought him up, but like I don't talk about people I've passed. I used to talk about when he was bigger than me, and now he got to use my name for clickbait. He got to use my name for clickbait. I mean, times have changed. He used to never talk about me. Wouldn't have let me be on a podcast. Now you got to say my name.
You really think?
You got to say my name, bro.
You
really say my name.
I feel like in a roundabout way, you're almost hinting like Joe fumbled the bag.
No, we already said that.
Yeah, we had.
So he said exclusively he fumbled the bag, and then he just, copied everything we do, and it is what it is.
That's Discover the Moon, and here he comes, basically, you know what I mean, with the title, all that.
Honestly, I don't really think about it. I'll be honest, I don't really think about it. I thought it was funny that he went from never saying my name to needing to say my name. And that was cool because it's like, wow, I'm at a point where you have to. Even if you don't want to, you have to. And that was a cool thing.
Now, you guys can clearly hear and see that Andrew Schulz still has a good amount of hate for Joe. And to be honest with you guys, he's got a right to be angry at Joe. About 5 years ago, when the Joe Budden podcast was on top and the Brilliant Idiots and Andrew Schulz as an individual comedian weren't doing too well, Joe Budden disregarded Andrew Schulz as just the white boy who hangs around Charlemagne, that Charlemagne just keeps around him just for comedic purposes. But now, fast forward about 6 years later, times have changed and Andrew Schulz feels that he's on top of Joe Budden right now. Pause. And to be honest with you guys, Andrew Schulz is right. Business-wise, Andrew Schulz has definitely surpassed Joe Budden. Back when Andrew Schulz was on Patreon, no one really knew what Patreon was, or no one really cared to get on there as a creator. Andrew Schulz was one of the first creators to get on Patreon as a platform, and he actually advised Joe to get on Patreon. But Joe didn't listen. He went with Spotify, and then once the Spotify mess happened, that's when he decided to hop on the Patreon bandwagon, which is why Andrew feels the way he feels. Now, as far as what Andrew says that Joe needs to mention his name for clout, I have to disagree with that. Joe doesn't necessarily need to mention Andrew's name to get clout for his podcast, but it is interesting that he's now starting to, at least at the very minimum, acknowledge Andrew's content and Andrew's name. Joe made a comment about Andrew Schulz, who had Alex Jones on his podcast, and that's going viral right now. But let me know what you guys think about Andrew's comments regarding Joe. Do you guys think Andrew has passed Joe as far as being a media personality and as far as popularity for the content? And do you guys think Joe needs to mention Andrew's name or reference his content for clout? Post your comments below, subscribe to my channel. This is going to be very interesting to see how Joe responds on his next podcast. I expect him to at least address the Alex Jones viral clip that's going around now, but will he address Andrew Schulz? Let me know what you guys think. Post your comments below, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys later.